What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Movie Raised. We have vampires, we have gossip, we have superheroes, and the demonic forces of hell. And each of these shows is or was more thrilling than the last. Don't swipe or click away, because here are the top 10 CW shows of all time. Number 10, The Originals. With 5 seasons and 92 episodes, The Originals is the first spin-off of the ultra-popular show The Vampire Diaries. The show was released in 2013 on October 3rd, and the last episode of the show aired on August 1st, 2018. The story starts with Hope Mikaelson and then develops into a war of supernatural politics that's brewing in the French Quarter of New Orleans. So, long story short, if you like TVD, you will absolutely love this one. Number 9, Legacies. The reason we've placed Legacies a bit higher than the Originals on this list is because Legacies is still streaming. This show appeared on the CW network as a spin-off on the 2 shows that came before it, The Originals as well as The Vampire Diaries. In the 57 episodes of the 4 seasons we have so far, this show features Hope Mikaelson. From the very beginning, she is presented as the descendant of the most powerful witch, vampire, and werewolf bloodlines who tries to master her powers and impulses at the Salvatore School of the Young and Gifted. Number 8, The 100. Dystopian, post-apocalyptic science fiction drama. If that doesn't give you a clue what this show is about, then let us fill you on the details. It's a show about life on the space station called ARC that's orbiting Earth. The ground is radioactive and Earth becomes a wasteland. But problems arise on the space station as well. They decide to send a group of criminal adolescents to Earth so they can see if they can start repopulating the planet, 97 years after the dreadful nuclear apocalypse. Upon landing on Earth and embarking on a quest for resources, the group discovers that several groups survived the nuclear blast, and their reality is shattered. Number 7, Smallville. For all those who like superhero shows but also like to binge for months, Smallville is the show that'll get you the promised land. This show will have you glued to the TV or computer screen for quite some time. The show started on the WB network in 2002, and then, in 2007, the CW took over. It's a show about the teenage version of Superman, which still hasn't learned to fly. They also talk about his friends as well as his enemies. Unlike other shows, this one does a great job at telling the full Superman story. It's not a show just about fighting. You get to see Clark Kent deal with his teenage problems, his love for Lois Lane, his connection to his parents from Krypton, how he deals with his earthly parents, etc., etc. It's a rather complex show, and one we would highly recommend watching. Number 6, Arrow. From 2012 until 2020, we got to witness Green Arrow and the villains from the Arrowverse battle each other on the TV screens. There are 8 seasons with a total of 170 episodes. As for the plot, it begins with Oliver Queen, who says he has spent 5 years of his life on the mysterious island called Lianyu. After coming back to Starling City, he decides to use his powers for good and put an end to the corruption at hand. Others join the fight. The circle of baddies widen, and Queen has nothing but a bow and arrow to make things right. Number 5, The Flash. The reason we've placed this superhero show above all the other superhero movies is because The Flash is still not over. So far, there are 8 seasons out, and each of them has about 20 episodes, which are about 40 minutes long. Just like the previous 2, Arrow and Smallville, this one will keep you reaching for the popcorn for months and months. The show itself is about the DC character mentioned in the title. Barry Allen, or The Flash, is in love with Iris West. Team Flash is there to help him fight off all the bad guys. And don't for a second think that this show is just like the comics. It includes new characters, it changes the old characters, it changes their background, their outlook, and it even includes new characters that work so well with the story that we're starting to wonder why they weren't included in the original comics.
Well, what are you doing here?
Turns out I have more than just a bad cold.
Number 4. Gossip Girl. Based on the series of novels by the same name, Gossip Girl became a worldwide phenomenon that teenagers all across the globe watched. The novels were written by Cecily von Ziegesar, and the TV development was done by Josh Schwartz and Stephanie Savage. There are 6 seasons and a total of 121 episodes among all of them. The show is about an unknown girl that starts a gossip blog and writes all the juicy details about the lives of the privileged adolescents living in the opulent Upper East Side in Manhattan. There is also a Gossip Girl 2 that came out recently, but that one's on HBO, and it's quite different from the original.
What? Nothing. Our drinks would be nice, maybe some bread for the table.
You haven't eaten bread since middle school.
Number 3. Supernatural. This show is only for those who want to challenge themselves. The show has 15 seasons, only the first of which aired on the WB network. The 14 subsequent seasons from 2007 until 2020 have all been featured on the CW. This is a dark fantasy drama which follows 2 brothers, Sam and Dean Winchester, as they hunt supernatural forces. Anyways, if you're up for watching 320 40-minute episodes, then this is the show for you.
The only reason you're alive is because I allowed it. And I want you to deliver a message.
Number 2. The Vampire Diaries. Few TV shows in the world have made an impact as big as that of The Vampire Diaries. The show in which a young teenage girl falls in love with a vampire seems to have struck a chord with the CW audience, and this became their most popular show yet. The show is based on the book series by the same name, and skyrocketed the careers of actors like Nina Dobrev and Ian Somerhalder to astronomical heights. With 171 episodes and 8 seasons, this show will give you enough drama and supernatural elements to last you a lifetime.
You are acting like a little spoiled brat, you know that? You think that we can't punish you. Maybe not.
Number 1. Riverdale. The show based on the Archie comics and one of the most popular on the network. It's become so popular that late-night show hosts like Jimmy Fallon have been fangirling about the show. The plot revolves around a group of teenagers and the problems they encounter in the town of Riverdale. There is love, there is hate, there is rivalry, and there are problems. Great actors like KJ Apa, Lily Reinhardt, Camila Mendez, Cole Sprouse, etc., are all part of it. In short, the 100 episodes will feel like you just watched 10, and they'll have you begging for more.
I need you in my corner for this one. Make sure that bomb goes off.
On a related note, how many of these shows have you actually watched in the past? You can tell us in the comment section below. If you'd like more videos like these, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss any of them. And as always, thanks for watching, guys.